Well, hello. My name is Sherry, and I am pleased to welcome you to my crafting studio. Today is day 10. Wow, double digits of my 24 days of Christmas cards. Now, I'm going to do a replay today of a live stream that I did. If you don't know, I do live streams Monday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern. I would love to have you come and craft for an hour with me or just watch along and light up the chat with me. Recently, when I was at my friend's store, Sheri, at PaperCrafter's workshop in Stouffville, Ontario, I was about to buy a die that might have been, fun and easy and nice to do in the festive season. But because Sheri has my back, and yes, her name is Sheri too, because she has my back, she knew I would enjoy a little bit more of a crafting challenge. So she introduced me to Dancing Fitz. And Dancing Fitz is a spellbinder die that has about 28, maybe even 30 pieces to be able to create. Look at how cute they come out. Oh, yes. This one I made into a wine bottle gift card that can go on top. And I loved making these. But let me tell you, friends, nutcrackers are kind of dear to me. This is one that I have in my collection that's going to go up on the shelf behind me now from my good friend Claude, who brought it back from Germany for me, not from me. And this one lost his beard many, many years ago, but still cracks nuts for Christmas and the festive season. And I love these guys. I didn't even know that I had a green theme going on in my Nutcracker collection, but I'm sure you will spy these in behind me in this and future videos. So in the replay, what I was doing on the live stream was crafting with the 28-piece die set to come up with beautiful nutcrackers. And I'm telling you, friends, it was a little bit of a challenge, but thanks to Sheri, she gave me some insights and extra ideas and some inspiration, pictures of which I will include in the video. And I want you to come along with me and help yourself relax into the most complicated die that I had ever used that turned out to be super easy. And here's a spoiler alert. If you enjoy doing jigsaw puzzles, even a little bit, I'm telling you, this is a die for you. So friends, let's get Christmas nutcracker crafting. So this is the die that we're going to be using here. Let me show you what I've already created. This one here is a little bit of purple, going on some snowflake background, some joy to the world, a little fa-la-la in there for you. Yes, it's true. We're getting into the spirit of the season. So that's one of these guys that I've made so far. And you can see pretty quickly, I look like I'm an expert making these. That's how well engineered this die is to be able to do that. I love the details that I'm going to show you all about. So there's one in blue. And then I just feel like this guy on the candy cane stripes is just near and dear to my heart. I think it's so, so good to be able to have these. So what we're going to do is show you how these nutcrackers come together. But first, I'm going to tell you how I got to doing these nutcrackers all together. So Fred, I have some, what do we call them? Overlays. And in the overlays, there's the one that shows the first inspiration piece. Can you put that one up for me while I just decorate my shelf here for a moment with my little cards? Which, by the way, I'm going to send because they're not just art and they're from my heart. Okay, so this one, friends. So Sheri, who is, Fred, can you put that back up? Sorry. Sheri, who is my friend from PaperCrafter's workshop. In fact, she's the owner there, created all of these. And one day when I was in her store, I was going to buy a nutcracker, I think a stamp, something very simple. And in fact, she asked me if I was up for a little bit of a challenge. And as you guys know, I kind of like me a little challenge. So she walked me through how she made these and has actually shared a PDF resource that she has done that I can share with anybody who's interested in getting that tonight as well too. Show me the next one, Fred, and you'll see a little bit more close up how Sheri, like, look at these. She just had fun with this. So working from the, I think, left side of the screen, there is the guy who seems to be inside of frame. I love him. Next in the center, we have a bald, Fred, I'm not saying anything, but a bald nutcracker. That can happen too. He's got a little mustache going on there with his eyebrows. And then she showed me again how she made a couple more changes and made this pink lady that is just so, so cute. And in fact, her lips look a bit Botox to me. I don't know if anybody else can see that detail in the picture. So go ahead and take that down, Fred. I am going to get ready to, let's see if we can get this right. Okay, so we're going to get crafting. So first and foremost, you need to know, I wasn't kidding when I said there are 28 pieces to this set. Now, what I have tried to do to organize myself is put them on strips of magnets, because these are little metal die pieces. And when I put them on, I tried to group them into the pieces of the crown, for example, his beard, the embellishments on his clothes, his face. Now, he does come with some neat things. You can see back in the picture here, there's a drum he could stand on. He can hold the drum. There's a candy cane stick that he can do, or, Claude, I don't know what you call this, but in the military band, when you're conducting the band and you have that, not baton, I think there's something else, because there's some neat different things we can create. If you're there, Claude, let me know that there's a name for that thing, that when you're at the front of the band. Anyways, that's what I'm talking about there, friends. But these are all the pieces. Now, usually when we get together, I want to create a card for you. But what I'm going to do tonight is a slightly different variance of that. A staff? Yeah, Kim, I would go with staff. I think that sounds good. It's a mace. Thank you, Claude. That's our military man telling me the right things indeed. Okay, so what I've done is I've actually cut out the pieces that I want to create the first one we're going to do. And you can see here, if I come in close, that some of the dies I've left the pieces in to help organize me. So this kind of part of the bowl is his shirt. These are his legs and boots. This is his face, crown, and hair. Let's see if this organization path is going to work. As a second choice, I also have put one little dish of all the pieces. We'll see how easy that is. If we have time, I will show you the die cutting process to get the pieces all put together, because I'm telling you, these are lovely to make once we get going. But for now, we're going to start with assembly, working our way backwards. And if I can get this all done well, we'll put them on a card too. So here we go. First thing I'm going to do, give myself some room and move these guys over. Not putting my glasses too far away. Move these guys over so that we can start building. Now, things that we'll need to make sure that we're doing this right. A little itty bitty glue bottle that's got a very fine tip. In fact, there's a pin in it at the end. I'm also going to bring out my slightly larger glue nozzle on my favorite glue press. This one is called the glue press, so I've got that. The coolest thing about this particular die is that it makes use of all the little scrap paper I have. So when I make a card, I save pieces that are of a certain size, and I keep them by color. So you can see here that I've organized myself to have some foils, some blacks and browns, red, whites, and greens for my Christmases. All of the different colors go here. So I've got these that I've pulled out of my scrap bin to keep me going. When you're die cutting, you can use the creativity of having those little extra pieces, because let's face it, this little guy is his coat. So there's no need to have a huge piece of paper. We can use scraps left over from other projects. So I feel like if there were awards being handed out for environmental consciousness around our Christmas card givings, this would be a good time to do it. So, all right, let's see. How are we going to put this together? I don't know, Lori, if in the chat you feel like telling people about our time at your breakfast bar. Were we watching football with the boys, I think, when we got to trying this? I think Lori, who is a serious puzzler, did not love doing this, but man, did she ever get me organized. Okay, so I've got my tweezers here. Think about these tweezers. Well, let's hold on to our hats here, friends, because I'm about to turn this to 20 times the speed. So in truth, putting together a couple of these nutcrackers in a live stream while chatting did take me over an hour. However, I've gotten so good at it now that the assembly of them is something really, really wonderful and easy to do. So what I found was, as I would cut out the pieces, I would look to sort of create which color scheme I wanted and find the pieces that went together and assemble as we went. What I mean by that is that I put all the coat elements together, I put all the boot elements together, I put all the face elements together, and then I started putting them all together. I think it's funny watching this back on 20 times the pace, because as my husband, who is my helper all the time during my live streams, puts things up on screen, I'm seeing them flash by here. And frankly, as a new YouTuber, I don't know how to edit that out right now, so I hope nobody is sensitive to strobe lights here. All right, so this little part of his crown just comes together beautifully. And I don't know about you, but I felt very zen putting this all together. I know the first time that I did it was, well, a little, frenzied because I wasn't sure what was happening, but in conjunction with the stuff Sherry gave me as inspiration and the sheet that she gave me to help, plus how well crafted these dies were, this became a beautiful, beautiful project that just made me so festive. Ooh, you saw my tiny little, what's that called? Not a big shot, but my sidekick. Okay, we've got the first one done. I carry on and I make another one here. The possibilities are endless with this. I used glitter paper, I used foil paper, but mostly I just used small pieces of scrap paper that I had to come together and create beautiful pieces. I love this one here. And he was snapped up very quickly by one of my friends who wanted to be able to use him. But what I found is that throwing on a movie, and it's that Hallmark season, and doing this in my craft studio has allowed me to escape a little bit and feel very accomplished by putting something together that makes everybody who sees it literally gasp with festive joy. Yes, I said it, they gasp with festive joy. All right, so if you don't know, Monday nights at 7 p.m., I do a live stream. This is a replay of that live stream, and boy, do we have fun. Lots of friendly people come and light up the chat, and it's a great way for us to get together and really just make some decisions and help me design what I'm making and relax. I think you'll enjoy it if you come out as well too. I put this one together on a scene and it literally was one of my favorites. I love doing this and hope that you enjoyed every bit of these little nutcrackers coming together. I look forward to having you come back to more of my content. I'm doing this every day in December for 24 days. See you tomorrow.